Hello, I'm Jerry Ford. I'm eating my breakfast. I'm drinking my coffee. Thought I'd just visit with you guys and gals. Kind of just tell you what I've been doing here lately. I don't know. I've been a little bit late on my comments. I mean, excuse me, my replies to my comments. Um, so I just talk to you about that a little bit. I live in an old house that was built back in probably the 40s. And those of you that live in old houses or have lived in old houses, you kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. But with old houses, I mean, they deteriorate over time, especially the under parts of the house, under the floor areas where moisture gets, and time and termites and mildew, mold, algae, whatever. It all works on all your floor supports, especially if you don't have like a concrete slab that your house is built on. It's just built on over dirt. You're going to get this happening. So, and I live on a downhill, so when it rains, water comes toward my house, and it has little rivers that goes finds ways underneath your house and makes its way downhill. So also, my house never did have guttering. I'm going to put it on there now, but when it rains, my overhang of my front porch, it's just like a curtain of water that comes down not too far from my front porch, and that all works its way underneath the house too. It makes everything wet, moist, which is what mold and mildew needs to survive. And so when that happens, it your floor supports the integrity of their strength is slowly deteriorating. It's slowly getting weaker and weaker. And then the weight of people walking on it, constantly working it, it eventually gives away. And I moved into this house about 4 years ago, I think. And when we did, it took us a year to get this house ready to live in. This house was handed down to my wife from her older brother that passed away. And it was just, he didn't do too much to it. I mean, he added on to it, but it was hard for him to keep up the maintenance on it. So when we moved in the front room, underneath the air conditioner area, the wall was in pretty bad shape right there in a certain area where the air conditioner that was in there, it was leaking on the inside and into the wall, and termites just destroyed all the studs in there, and all the boards in there, and it just termites just ate it up. You could see underneath the baseboard inside a little bit of a dip, and we had to look into that, see what was going on, and that's when we discovered, that on the inside part and the outside it was bad. We had to tear the floor up in that area and one of the main support beams, we had to change it out, and that was a job right there, I tell you. Underneath there, it's all on the boards. There was a whitish, yellowish kind of a mold that was growing on the boards that just looked like it was just eating the boards away, and just destroying them, making them soft. You could poke your hole in them, in some of them. Poking a hole through a piece of wood, you're not supposed to be able to do that. So we changed out some boards in there, some supports just in that one area. But the entire living room floor underneath there needs to be changed out. It needs to be repaired. So about, I don't know, maybe a year ago, or maybe a little bit more, my brother Larry was visiting, and he walked over in that corner area above, but more to the left, where we had repaired before, and he was doing something over there and heard a little noise, just like a, just like a little bit of a drop noise, and we didn't like pay a whole lot of attention to it. It's like, what was that? But later on we found out what it was. It's pretty soon, and we started getting like roly-polies and a lot of crickets coming in and stuff like that, and like, what is going on? How are these things getting in here so easy? Some of them come in around our door. It doesn't fit too tight, but I've moved the couch away, and behind the couch you could see like a little indentation about this wide underneath the baseboard, kind of like making like a smile, underneath there. But before we noticed that, our floor, it was kind of going downhill from about 3 feet out away from the wall to the wall, something about like that. So what happened was one of our floor supports just gave way. It just fell, and we had to figure out what was going on. We couldn't walk over there anymore. That whole area was, we had to yellow tape it off, caution tape. Can't go over there, because when you did, you could feel it just kind of sink. It's not supposed to do that. So my brother Larry came back out to work on a job. He's a carpenter contractor, so he's kind of familiar with some of that kind of stuff, but not so much what we had to do. So I started tearing up tile, and what I needed to do to get underneath the floor. I didn't break it open until he got there, but we started getting it broke open and got down in there to see what was going on. And we had two support beams that were soft and just cracked in half. And we had to do a lot. We had to go back further than what my other brother Wayne, him and I did. It was, and we looked up underneath there, and we was like, oh my gosh. But we just couldn't do that right now. we couldn't take up the entire floor to do it. Maybe I can do the other half or something some other time, but we had to, I have one cat. She's still young. My other cat's elderly. She doesn't get around very much, but one cat, our other cat, like I said, is young, and she's very adventurous, and there's 2 ways to get into the living room. The other way we had to shut the bathroom door, because that's the access through there too, but from our kitchen into our living room, we had to seal that off, because if she gets down there in that floor, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get her back out of there. So yeah, I put a pallet up there, and a baby gate up on top, and I could have swore that the slats that was in the pallet about like that or so. Kind of varied a little bit. We're too narrow for her to get through. She found her way through. I was taking my shower from working on that crap all day. And while I was in there, I heard these noises. So when I got out, I got my flashlight and I was looking around through the kitchen, the living room, hallway, laundry area, just looking everywhere for her. She was nowhere in there. So I went in there where we was doing all the work, shining a flashlight, looking for her. And there she was. She was already down in the pit, already down there looking around. I said, her name's Buffy. I said, Buffy, get out of there. Come on, get out. She's like, looking at me like, what do I do? I said, come on, get out of there. I mean, she could have just a heck of a time underneath that house. I can't remember if there's a way for her to get out, out into the yard from under the house, but she was just standing down there looking at me. And I was like, Buffy, come on, get out of there. And I took a step toward her and she went underneath. I was like, oh my God. So I walked over there and I had the light and I was shining down there. Buffy, get out of there. Come on, let's go. Bloop. She come out, jumped out. In case she wasn't in there, I shut the bathroom door to keep her from coming in there, And then, so when she came out, she ran into our office area and she kind of was behind some stuff that, some accumulation of stuff that we got out of the living room to make room to work in there. She got in behind there, and so I couldn't go to the bathroom door to open it up to shoo her in there because I was afraid she was going to run back over there toward the pit. So I had to go back to around the the opening in the floor and yell for my wife. She had just went to bed. She was tuckered too. She was out, and I was like watching for Buffy. Honey. No response. A little bit louder. Honey. I was panicking, I had to do it louder. Honey. And I could see, I could see the bed moving in there a little bit, and then a flashlight come on, and then I was like, oh. And she came out, and she said, what? What's going on? I said, Buffy got in here. I need you to open that bathroom door so we can so she'll go. So now I had to bring in a piece of plywood to put in front of the pallet. And then we plasticed off the top. The top part was plasticed off already. I already did that. That's why I just didn't think she could get through there. And she did. Cats are very resilient. Is that the word? No. I don't know. They're problem solvers. She spent the day, after I put that pallet up there, standing there looking at it. Sniffing, looking around at it. She jumped up there on one of the bottom slats of the pallet, kind of looking around. I let her, you get your curiosity out, you look at it. No, don't give her that chance. She is studying. She is studying that thing. I think I might be able to get to that slat later on this evening when my parents have gone to bed. I think I'll try that. If that doesn't work, how else could I get in there? I want to see inside there. I just know there's bugs I can chase. Maybe some I could chew on. I scared her when I was yelling at her to get out of there. Freaked her out. So she didn't do it anymore. But the next day after that happened, we had to go to Home Depot to get some stuff. I was worried to leave the house, leaving her there by herself, for fear she was going to get back in there. So, you know, my brother and I, that day was trying to get as much done as we could to get that floor covered back up. But that was a job. The floor's done. Got it covered up now. I got to still put my tile back down, but man, that was a job. Took a lot of bricks, a lot of supports, a lot of new lumber, which any of you guys out there that are, you know, ones that do your own building and stuff and buy lumber, you know that lumber's still a little high right now. So that was a hit to my wallet. But you gotta do what you gotta do. But actually we have a Home Depot card, but still we don't like having to use it. But when you got projects like this, you gotta do it, you know. Plywood, support boards. Anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So that's why those of you that are watching this that wonders, man, Jerry was late on replies. What's going on? Is he still with us, or did we lose him, or what happened? So there's your reason. I know you guys don't expect me to have to explain myself, but I like answering my comments. I enjoy it. I like seeing all the comments. So I keep up on it. Like every morning at least, I try to get them. I try to reply to all of them. And I'm always like, man, I feel kind of funny. Like almost 2 days that went by that I haven't replied to people. It makes me uncomfortable because it's just the way I am. Alright, I'll probably upload this today. This is Friday. I'm looking forward to trying to get my living room back together again. My wife is like, I know you're tired, you've been busy, but I'm just looking forward to getting the living room back together. Some of the ladies like their routine. And she's a housewife, so she's there all day. I go to work. She doesn't get to go anywhere. No, I'm not making her be a housewife and stay there all the time. That's her choice. She takes care. I don't know what we'd do if she didn't take care of the house. She's a worker. She cleaned up after me and Jeremy. No, I don't make messes all the time. I do my part. You guys are out there like, I didn't say nothing. Why is he talking like I commented on what he was saying? But anyway, I do got a lot of mess to clean up in the living room. Tools to pick up. My front yard looks like a tornado hit it. Cinder blocks, all kinds of other bricks and lumber and crap laying out there. Okay, drank my coffee, ate my breakfast, visited with you guys a little bit. I could do this on another video. I might, I don't know. Going by the liquor store today. So, see what I can find. Okay, I'm going to end it there. I thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And we will see you on the next one. Y'all have a good weekend. Bye.